Hi, fundraising family. Good morning. I don't know what's going on today. Now I'm like on the left side of the screen. Let's see if we can move this in a bit closer. I can see all my crazy lights. Good morning, everybody. It is 9:30 on March 25th, 2020, and we are going to be talking about fundraising during lockdown today. But we could talk about anything you want. I have a couple questions that came in that we are going to address. And I hope you guys are doing well and just being awesome. So I have two quick things before we really dive in. And it's going to be short today. I have to go to the grocery store, unfortunately. So the first thing is, if you're new here, welcome. Please consider subscribing. My channel is free fundraising information for nonprofits like yours, and I hope you find it useful. And if you do, please give it a thumbs up or subscribe. Subscribing, if you don't know what that means, just means you get to be, you see my videos when you log into YouTube. They will come up if I have uploaded any or gone live. All right, and with that, there's also a chat feature. If you want to chat with me, we can do that as well. I'm going to say, hi, everyone, ask your questions here. If you are watching this on playback, feel free to leave a comment down below with your question, and I promise to get into that in the next video. So today I want to talk about fundraising during lockdown. California is on lockdown. I've been on quarantine for now 12 days, as have many of my California nonprofit clients. So things that some of my clients are doing during this time that is really resonating with donors is I have 3 clients who have done this. They have pulled a list of all their donors who are 60 years old and above. So they pulled a list based on age, and they went back as far as their list went. Anyone who had made a donation to them in the past few years, and they are having tons of volunteers who are also sitting at home bored looking for something to do, and they created one master huge Google sheet, and they're calling each and every one of their past donors just to check in, just to see how they're doing, and just to see if they need anything. They are being of service to their community, and they are getting incredible feedback from them, from their past, present, and current donors who just can't believe people are taking time out of their day to call them and check in. And they're, just asking the basic things. How you holding up? Do you need anything? And if they do need something, they're trying to put that together. So that is one thing that some of my clients are doing. Another one of my clients is putting together a very cheap, very fun raffle. Tickets are going to be like $5 or $10 to win a domestic trip. We're going to get into that a little bit later. But to win a domestic trip somewhere in the United States, I think it's Florida, you have up to 18 months to use it. It's $5 for a ticket, and they're going to do a drawing live on the air. Because this is California, it is illegal for us to sell raffle tickets online. However, they have a phone number and an email up, and they're allowed to market it online. So they're doing an aggressive, not aggressive, but they're doing a push, a marketing campaign on Facebook, and through email, asking people to email or call in and get some raffle tickets. And then they're going to pull it live on the air. I think that'll be really fun. Another nonprofit that I am not associated with, but I did get the email for, is having a bingo night. The bingo night is free, but I do think there are lots of opportunities to do pay for bingo. You'd need special software for that, but I do think that is a wonderful idea to do during this time, giving people something to do. And I also saw a trivia night going around. Again, it's totally free, but it's for their donors and members, kind of getting people together and having fun together. Trivia night's going to be on Zoom. They're going to have to hold up paper, just giving your donors or your potential donors something to do that's fun at home where they could ask their friends, hey, join me for this trivia night. And you can take 5 to 10 minutes in between rounds of the trivia game to just talk about your nonprofit. You can do fundraising and fundraising at the same time, donor cultivation, and give people a really fun memory. Okay, we have some questions. We're going to get into those. Let me pull up the YouTube app and we'll get into those. So this question, let me get it, is about, okay. This is about a video I did a couple years ago called The Golden Paddle. The video, if you search on my channel, is called Nonprofit Fundraising Idea, the $10,000 Raffle Idea. So this is about the Golden Paddle. Now, before I read the question, I'm just going to tell you what Golden Paddle is. So Golden Paddle, I'm moving my microphone a little bit closer. Golden Paddle is a raffle, and Golden Paddle has a sister raffle, also known as Golden Ticket. They're essentially the same things. These are high ticket price raffles. So typically, my clients charge $100 per ticket, and they only sell 100 tickets. Now, I don't believe in limiting raffles, but many of my clients limit them. They think that people like that they have a 1 in 100 chance of winning. Personally, I think if you sell 120 tickets or 130 tickets, who really cares anyway? And you could make some extra money. But that's neither here nor there. So you're going to sell raffle tickets for $100, and you have the potential to make $10,000 plus if you sell 100 tickets. Now, the prize, which is what this makes this such a high value raffle, the prize is a live auction item. Now, in Golden Ticket, you get to just choose a live auction item out of the lineup. Sometimes it's all of the live auction items, and sometimes it's a subset, just a few. You get to choose from these 4 or 5. And with Golden Ticket, if you are the winner of the raffle, you get to say, I want the trip to Mexico, or I want the instant wine cellar, whatever it is, you get to just choose it. With Golden Paddle, it's a little bit different. With Golden Paddle, what you win is a credit to use towards the live auction, which I prefer much more to the Golden Ticket. And oftentimes it comes with a real golden paddle covered with glitter, gold glitter and gold beads, so that you get to raise this gold paddle in the live auction, and everybody knows that you are the Golden Paddle winner. What I like about giving away credit is that the Golden Paddle winner can be outbid and can bid up the live auction item. So what often ends up happening is they bid up other auction items that they do not end up winning, but encourage other people to bid more, right? Because they have this free $1,500 to play with. So they definitely get the bidding going. And it also allows you to earn more money on the live auction item than you would have if you just gave it to them for free. So now you made $10,000 in your raffle with Golden Paddle, and you are also going to get income from the live auction item. With Golden Ticket, you made $10,000 in the raffle, but you lost, let's just say, $3,000 in live auction revenue. With Golden Ticket, you get both, because typically the auction items don't sell for $1,500. And if you are the winner of the $1,500 credit and you bid on an auction item and you end up winning it and it's $3,000, you just pay the difference. So they take $1,500 off your bill and you pay $1,500. Hope that makes sense. It's a little bit confusing. It works amazing. Golden Paddle is phenomenal and so much fun. Okay, so the question is about Golden Paddle, and the question comes from Dr. N. Stevens. He said, and this is a long comment / question, and it has many questions within the question, so we'll go through it. Okay, so wait, If the golden paddle is only good towards one auction item, then how can the golden paddle get people a little golden paddle happy and raise the bids? I'm going to stop right there. In the rules of golden paddle, we say that you can only use the credit towards one auction item. For most of my clients, this works because their live auction packages sell for a minimum of $1,500 and typically sell for an average of $3,000 and go up from there, typically topping out around $7,000. When somebody wins the golden paddle, it is typically somebody who has not been able to participate in the live auction before. And so they get what we call golden paddle happy, and they are raising their paddle up on every single auction item that comes up. Whether they win it or not, they can still increase the bidding. So his question, Dr. Stevens, is how does it raise the bids? Well, if I have the golden paddle and I'm raising my paddle like this, anyone in the room can outbid me. And because we know we created the value at the price point at we know which our very, very lowest auction item typically sells, we know there are people in the room who are going to outbid the golden paddle winner if this is an auction item that they're not crazy about. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so that's step number one. Okay, the next part of the question is, if the golden paddle credit is $1,500, I always use that in my example, they can bid $1,500 once and done, right? And if they're outbid, then they lose the $1,500 credit and the $100 raffle ticket now becomes super iffy to buy. Okay, so this is a great question because I probably didn't make it clear in my last video. So let's break this down. If the golden paddle credit is $1,500 and they can only bid once, well, that is the mistake there. They can bid as many times as they want. Let's say you have 10 auction items in your live auction. The golden paddle winner can bid on all 10 of those if they want. What I think is happening here, Dr. Stevens, is you're confusing the words bidding with winning. Bidding just means I'm raising my paddle. It doesn't mean that I have won the live auction item. It doesn't mean the auction item is sold to me. So I can bid, I can raise my paddle on all the auction items, but I can only use the $1,500 credit on one auction item. So really it's a gamble. Which auction item do I want the most as the golden paddle winner? And which one am I willing to spend more than my $1,500 credit on and keep the bidding going? So what you're assuming is that I raise my paddle once and then we take the golden paddle away from you. That's actually not how it works. You can raise that paddle as many times as you want, but when the auctioneer says going once, going twice, sold to the winner, to the golden paddle winner, that is when you can no longer use the golden paddle again. Now, this question comes up often. What happens if they win an auction item and they only paid $1,200 for it? Well, in your rules of your golden paddle, the rule should state the golden paddle credit is only good for one live auction item. So whether they underpay, overpay, or hit it smack on the head, they're only going to pay $1,500 because that's what the final bid was, then great. If it was less, then they're going to lose $300 in credit. If it's more, let's say they paid $1,800, they're going to pay $300 more. So I hope that makes sense. And then he writes, shouldn't it be where until they win an item, they get to keep using the $1,500 bid? Yes, that is correct. And if I didn't explain it correctly in my old video, I apologize. So that way they can jack up the bids on several items. And also, can they break it up? This is a great question. And he goes on, say an item is stalled at 400, they can bid 500 and win it and still have $1,000 credit to bid on other items. I know that could mean losing 500 items, but you're losing $1,500 one way or another. So this is a great question, but I think the question that he's asking is actually a separate question, which is not listed here. So the basics of this question is no, you can't break it up unless you make the rules for your golden paddle that makes sense for your auction. So when I give out information on my YouTube channel, I am just giving examples. $1,500 credit is not the hard and fast rule for golden paddles. You could have a golden paddle with $500 credit or $1,000 credit or $3,000 worth of credit. What you really need to figure out is what is the right price point in terms of credit that makes sense for your auction items. And based on the average selling cost of your auction items, you should go back and look at data. You should be able to figure this out. So Dr. Stevens, in your example, you mentioned buying an auction item for $500 or buying another one for $500. In my clients' auctions, they don't have auction items that sell for $500. It doesn't mean that that's wrong. And if golden paddle sounds like a great idea to you, but you have auction items that sell for $500, then great. Maybe you should make the rules they get $1,000 worth of credit and they could use it on 2 auction items. Whatever sounds best to you and you think will fit your audience best. And I think that is at what the core of this question is. Whatever the rules and regulations are, make sure to write them out and have them printed in the program so that it's very clear if there are any questions or comments from your donors or raffle ticket buyers. Okay, so Dr. Stevens, I hope that makes sense. I'm going to comment back to you and let you know that the answer is up here. And for that, that's it for today. I'm going to sign off. I know this video was a little shorter than usual, and I apologize. Things are a little crazy here, and I think they are only going to get crazier as time goes on. Again, I'm going to encourage you to make videos, reach out to your donors, check in and see how they are doing. And again, think about ways your nonprofit can pivot to serve your community best. And with that, I'm going to leave you. If you are new here, please, please, please subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to move my microphone and we will be back soon. Take care, guys.